Dead Dodge Garage, we learn stuff. And as usual, split open our knuckles. Those paying attention will know that not even a day ago, I told you I was going to throw this Edelbrock away, well, into a box, and put a Holly on it, which I know how to tune, kinda. All my best thinking is done laying in bed at night, or in the morning when I should be getting up and drinking coffee, and I decided maybe I should employ this tune-up kit I've had sitting here this whole time and see what I can do with this thing. They even have some handy tune-up notes from Dale, which I have now added on to myself. So, let's get to it. The first thing I know about Edelbrocks is that the metering rods and their little piston-y thingies need to pop up to make the horse ponies. I found that those springs were extremely weak, and they weren't coming up for a long time. I also found that the metering rod that was in the carb was a little lean on cruise and a little rich on power, which explains a lot, actually. So I went through a couple metering rod combinations and I found something that seems close. Once I did that, I then went back to the accelerator pump, leaned that out. Even that way, it was much better than it was. Now I've richened it up one step. I'll probably go another one. So still kind of fine tuning that, but we're getting places. It definitely sounds better. The bog is not gone, but it's certainly more manageable as opposed to undrivable. Then I got to thinking about timing again. Oh, by the way, the plugs give every indication that it's rich everywhere. But I did idle it quite a bit this morning, just playing with things and warming it up, so I'm not surprised. Oh, also, I had intentionally richened the idles, so that could be related. I did lean those back out to what should be the correct setting. So, back to timing. I locked out the distributor, and I set it at what I thought was 35 degrees. Now, the interesting thing is, this goes out to the naysayers out there who said, "You don't have a timing light? What's wrong with you?" Come on, man, I got this antique right here. Anyway, I tuned it by ear. In the drag race prep video, I kind of set it to where I thought it was right, and I did have to back it off a couple times because it was still pinging. By the time I was done, it was running pretty darn good. When we got to the track, I wanted to check it before I sent a hole through a piston or whatever, and the timing light said I had it at 44 degrees. Well, that's too much, so I backed it down to 35. Later, I was talking to Dale and telling him about the wacky timing I had found in the car when I first got it. Anyway, the long and the short of it is, the mark isn't right anymore. See this here? That blue zero line? How it's lining up with 10 degrees? Yeah, that's correct. It's actually why there's a black marker on the 10-degree mark. So that explains a lot. That means when I got it, it was only timed at 48 degrees. Well, that's still too much, but it's not so much too much. Editor's note. That's right. I'm the editor too. I had already suspected the timing mark was wrong when I found it was at 58 degrees the first time I checked it. For some reason, I pulled the number one plug through a screwdriver in there and poorly verified in the dark that I thought the mark was right. So, whatever. Lessons learned. Try harder, I guess. You probably can't see it at all, but there's a line scribed across the balancer at 36 degrees, and I've now got that lined up. So, we are locked out at 36 degrees. And this is what we got now. If you flat punch it, it still does that, so I need to figure that out, but hey, getting places. My next move, slow down the spring on the secondaries. I think that might help. So how does it start now that it's maybe timed correctly? Yeah, that seems about right. Today on Dead Dodge Garage, I get 3.5% less stupid. All right, that might be optimistic. Now we just have to move 18 cars to get it out and test it. And then we'll drive the Cobra to work. Need somewhere good to park the Jeep. Yeah, that works. It is not perfect, but it is a whole lot better. We're getting places now. That's not even in the same universe anymore. It's way better. Almost as good as when I picked it up. Weird. It just goes back to that thing from the other month. Check everything. Don't assume anyone's work is correct, especially your own. Don't believe your timing marks. Verify them yourself. Now I want to drive that today. Oh well. Well, hello there. Are you kidding me? This has never been dead before. Not once. Have not driven this thing once since I brought the Demon home. I knocked some dust off it. It needs some more, but I'm out of patience. Decisions are hard. Yeah, that one doesn't fit there as well. But it's fine. It's been so long I forgot how absolutely nuts this thing is! I don't think it's really a question between this and the Demon which one's faster and which one's more fun, but well, I like old Mopars and I like having a roof. You know, at least in the Demon I feel like I belong. In this thing I feel like I stole it from someone way cooler than me. Maybe I did. Maybe I'll get rained on today after all. Don't mind me, just cutting holes in my Cobra. Trunk stuck shut. Off to see some of the local ruffians at one of their local enthusiast gatherings. Here, I got you flowers. Oh, you're welcome. Don't lick it.
Do you see any of this around here?
You know, a Cobra is like a Hyundai accent in many ways. Yep. Good day. I should stop forgetting I own this thing.